excited. She's like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Well, this is a story all about how my wife got turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute to sit right there and tell you all about how I became the cuck of Bel Air. Hey, everybody. I'm your host, American.
Wow.
With me tonight is my boy, Tommy Gunn. My homeboy in the state that I'm at, just from the podcast and dead. And then the resident boomer, our good friend. You love him, the prime mover.
I'm in a
He
state
really
of
is. And
with our
confusion.
powers
That's all I
combined,
am.
We
He really
make
is a
trouble.
boomer. We were talking about whoopings earlier.
Yeah.
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 I've
So,
delivered some of those whoopings.
So how have you guys been?
Good.
What you been up to this week? Nothing? Anything
Vibing.
interesting? Doing cool stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You know who isn't doing anything cool other than crying his eyes out? Will Smith.
Poor Will Smith.
What
I know,
happened to
right?
Will Smith?
Cuck Smith.
I do feel kind of bad for him. He did get cheated on.
Well, that whole
Oh, did he?
interview, he's just like
Yeah.
trying to act like he's okay with it, but he knows he won't.
Well, I mean, he did smash Margot Robbie, so.
Are you serious?
Did he really?
On the set of Suicide Squad.
While they were filming? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? So he had it coming, but hopefully it was worth it.
Wait,
Rumors.
there's a Will Smith, Margot Robbie porn out there?
Okay.
You know somebody's got a cell phone of that. Cell phone video.
Justin sitting there like asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I know someone that wants to buy a copy. I'm someone. Someone is me.
Thank you. So
Huh?
my daughter just came in here. She gave me something wrapped in aluminum foil. She's all about presents. Tell me why when I opened it up, it was my checkbook. My checkbook. Now
She's like, Daddy, buy it for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, count my checks to make sure one's not missing.
You love me, Daddy, right?
You could be
Yeah,
like,
I
well, I'm
need
just
to-
going to use one of these checks to buy more aluminum foil since you wasted all of ours.
Yeah.
Yep.
You wrap the house in aluminum foil in an effort to evade the deep state.
Yeah. There's actually a house near mine where they covered the whole outside with steel to try. I guess, sir. I had to show you, Seth. They covered the whole house with steel.
Where?
Just right up the hill near Roanoke College.
Oh, I know where that they use corrugated metal.
Yeah, corrugated metal to wrap
Dude,
the house.
it's the dumbest looking house I've ever seen in my life.
I bet you can't get cell phone service in there.
But
And
I
it's
bet
not
you I
the,
can find it on Google Earth. Let's see, where are you? I gotta find for all the listeners out there that probably aren't listening. We've been playing around on Google Earth or Google Maps, whatever. And so yeah,
DARPA Earth.
so I'm gonna go look for this house that's all like kind of weird looking. Oh, I found the street.
I know now. I now know where they all live.
Yeah, and we know where you live.
Come get me.
No. Ha ha. Joke's on you.
We just got to look for that uprooted tree and then go west.
Joke's on you. That was my
Look for the
friend's
tot
house.
lot.
Jokes on y'all. These people really.
That's their house.
Oh, no way. Look at that thing.
Yes, dude.
Holy crap. That is
It's so
hilarious.
hideous.
Yeah, he's going to go, oh, no, it's postmodern. I wanted it that way.
Jesus. I bet you it's hot when you're standing next to that thing.
Come on.
Could you imagine though, like you trying to get internet or your cell phone service outside the house? Well, I guess it does show some break.
That is atrocious. No, that's
He just built a shell over. He built a shell over his existing house that's corrugated and stuff. Yeah, look at that. It's just like a big shell.
these people live near Tommy. They're probably gonna come over and kill you. You
We
go to
saw
my
our house on your podcast.
It's aliens living there. They're using that to make sure they don't have to put 10-4 on their heads.
They blurred something out down there. What did they blur out? What did they blur out down there?
I don't know.
See right there? Yeah. What is it?
Probably blood splatter.
I don't know. Well, there's some little spaces like right in here too that's blurred. So
At least they keep their yard.
Probably
cut
RF
together.
antennas.
probably.
I'll tell you what, they've got a dual zone air conditioning system, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. They got all kinds of coolness.
Wow.
But so yeah, that was a nice little detour.
We just showed someone's home.
We stay doxing people.
Hey Margaret, Hey Margaret, I was watching this obscure webcast, and they showed our home. Should we litigate?
Now
Let
they're
them
gonna wake up
protest.
with Tommy standing outside.
No,
with somebody,
they're just kids having fun.
Like the
Tommy's
kids
gonna be in the yard. Hey,
We're here.
Tommy, why'd you go off camera?
Because my daughter won't get out of my room.
Oh,
I was
She's
gonna
done played
say,
with
man,
my beard and tried to braid it, and then she's
Can't
put aluminum
dox
foil
daughter.
on my head.
dude, real talk though. I went on a cruise one time and got.
Next thing you know, Tommy's coming back. Tommy's coming back looking like a Viking
Hey, I did.
with his braided
I did
beard.
do, I did. I had my beard braided one time on a cruise. That was pretty cool.
I don't think mine's long enough to braid.
I've been growing mine for about 6 months now. Wouldn't you say so? 6 months, 7?
I don't know.
It ain't been a year yet.
Yeah, you were saying right around January or February is when you really started growing it out,
Yeah, because I always used to just have
like
the chin
after
strap.
Christmas. Yeah,
There we go.
and now people use their PPE masks for chin straps.
Why is
I'm
it
saying-
when
I
I
see
wear
that,
my
I'm like-
mask? Why is it when I wear my mask, it looks like the 70s underwear commercial?
And me being a boomer, I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
It's like cut that forest, man. Cut that jungle.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's so weird
Fair
hearing
thoughts
all
of
this
slangs.
dirty talk, but there's no voice, there's no faces to back it up.
Well, there's a face to back it up. Just ain't going on here.
Well,
What
what
is
in the world is that noise?
My daughter. All
I was
right, good
gonna say,
night,
that's the
Nevaeh.
most human
Bedtime.
sounding cat I've ever heard.
Yeah, I was like, "What? Who's killing a cat?"
We know what he used that checkbook for.
Yeah,
And bought her a
Hey.
cat.
bought her a cat.
So, Tommy, when you open up your checkbook, does dust come flying out? Moths?
You know, I've only wrote one check in my whole life.
One?
One check. I
Dude,
always use debit card.
Hey, I worked at a bank that didn't have like a debit card.
Really?
Yeah, like you had to write checks.
Mhm.
And like I had another bank that I used, but like I worked at this bank. So they didn't pay you, like give you a check. They just deposited your money into your work account. It was stupid. The dumbest place we played bank because they didn't do enough business to do anything.
Oh, so it's basically like a bank trying to start.
Was it a
Yeah,
credit union?
you know where it's at. I'm pretty sure I've showed it to you.
Yeah.
Right there above sheet on
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, how long did they last?
They're still there.
Are
They finally got debit cards.
they?
Yeah. Debit cards, yeah.
They got 10 customers now.
Hey, we're moving into the 1990s. We have debit cards.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have y'all ever seen Out Cold?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna make a reference, but I didn't know if it would land. When you were talking about checks, it's where Stumpy's like, "I was there. It was called the '80s."
Now, did y'all hear about the cash shortage?
The fake one?
Yeah, the fake one.
Yeah, I've heard about the fake one.
That like you can, my wife works at Wells Fargo, and they're not allowed to give out change.
But it's
Coins.
funny. Up the street from that, at the Freedom First, they gave my dad a roll of quarters.
Yeah.
That's so he can beat Antifa people over the head with in a sock.
Yeah. See, my thing is why you go to Canada, one of the most peaceful places on earth. They're so pacifist, and they're beating up Antifa. Why ain't we doing that here? That looks like fun.
We're picking them up pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what state you look at.
Well, remember, they're the goal of these Antifa people are to provoke you to a point where you beat them, and then they can use the optics of, hey, look, right-wing people are beating up on these peaceful protesters. Eat shit. Here's a roll of quarters.
Hey, have you guys ever seen a movie called Sex Drive?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God, yes, a million times.
A roll of quarters?
No brother of mine's taken in a chili ring.
My favorite part is when they stick the thing on him as a donut, and he goes to the little girl. He goes, "I got stuff for your daughter."
That dude Dex him hard.
I like the subtle humor in that movie. Like if you pay attention when the movie's ending or whatever, and they're at the Amish place, and he's like, "Later, losers," and he pops a willy and rides off. If you look in the distance, he like completely wipes out.
Yeah.
James Marsden was gold in that movie.
The Amish show, the way the Amish acted, we just fix people's shit for free.
That's green. Oh my gosh, that dude, man, he's something else.
Yeah.
I mean, we're good. I mean, we just spent a couple hours, spent a whole day working on your car, but yeah, we're good.
What was it? He's like, you just have to wait in the mail for pictures of your mom.
It's sad, man. I know people like that. Like, yeah, I'll come help you, and then I'm gonna hold it over your head every time I need something from here until eternity. But yeah, I'll come help you.
Yeah, you
well, no,
owe
the
me.
way the one thing I don't like is when you help someone and you pay, they help you and you pay them back with help, and then they still act like you owe them something. Like it's a never ending. Yep. It's like, I've done paid you for this. I helped you.
Yeah. Tommy helped me move into my house, so I have to help him move whenever he gets moved.
You already did. You helped me move that TV, and I got it stuck in between the.
Oh yeah, dude, that was hilarious.
Wait. Tommy helps you move into your house. That's a lot of items, and then Tommy says you're good because you helped me move a TV. Does it have to be like equivalent? Like you have to help him move out of the house, or will one gesture work to make up for that previous thing? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend.
But see, here's the thing: we didn't quite get the TV into the house because when we pulled up into the driveway, there's a carport, and Tommy drove this 70-some big TV up under the carport and wedged it up, and we were like in the truck.
Oh no!
Forward, and like it set the back end of the truck down because it forced it down.
Yeah.
So
hey,
but the TV
was it like a wood
free.
cabinet TV?
It was huge.
Like a console.
I had a picture of it for the longest time, but I don't know where it's at.
But it was a 70-inch projector TV.
So you had to deflate the tires just to get it out?
I just lift the awning up.
Yeah, we did. We ended up lifting the awning.
That's incredible.
But I got that and a cabinet to go around it and an Xbox 360 for free.
And then he broke it trying to get it.
Yeah, and that broke it. And then I fixed the Xbox and I sold it for $80.
I think Justin's froze.
Nice.
Justin.
No, he's like Drax. He's just standing there. We just can't see him moving.
That was me last week.
I'm standing still. I'm invisible. No, we see you, man. You're right there. No, you don't. James Gunn, you pedo bastard.
No. Oh, no,
I got a little news from this week. I mean, we can go into a little bit of news.
Oh yeah.
Let's roll with it.
That's right. Let's see here. Let's see if you recognize this this phrase. I'm giving back to my community due to COVID-19, said a tweet from Obama's account, which has since been deleted. All Bitcoin sent to my address below will be sent back doubled. If you send $1,000, I will send you back $2,000. Hackers use the account to request money be sent to Bitcoin wallet, which raked in tens of thousands of dollars in minutes. They claim that any funds would be returned to the sender doubled. And it's like a lot of top, blue checked verified accounts were hacked.
A lot of them got dumped.
Brilliant. And then
they hacked their DMs.
Right. So somebody was taking the information.
Yeah. That I don't know exactly who all went down. I know Ryan Johnson went down.
No, there was. I mean, and then Twitter decided to lock down everyone's account for a period of, I think, almost a day to figure out what happened. But they're saying it's an inside job, and whoever actually hacked it got help from Twitter insiders. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. So be careful out there on the net, folks.
Yeah. Well, it ain't like we got anything to hide.
Yeah.
Like, don't show your house to people on the internet.
Boom.
Yeah.
Let's see.
A question.
I just opened
Who's all gonna?
another.
There you go.
I got another story.
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead.
All right. Who's gonna watch? Who's gonna listen out for September 9th?
Oh, the appeals.
Yes.
Guess who's going to appeal their claim?
Is this Hillary?
Yep.
Ding ding ding.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
Really?
She's got an appeal September 9th.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that's the reason why she's not throwing her hat in the ring for the vice president.
Well, that would be to her benefit because, conventional wisdom says that you cannot be investigated while you're running for president or any state office or something like that. But I think you should get them anyway. All right, I have another one. California to release 18,000 prisoners by the end of August to slow the spread of COVID-19. According to the California Department of Corrections, the state is set to release 18,000 prisoners to slow the spread of COVID-19. Officials in California say releasing prisoners will, get this, help protect the health and safety of the incarcerated population. These actions are taken to provide for the health and safety of the incarcerated population and staff, said Secretary Ralph Diaz. Yeah, okay. So now you're going to let all these people out to roam the cities to
the ones that don't follow the rules.
Right, kill, maim, and burn and loot. But check it out. You wanna help them with COVID? Give them masks too. How about that?
Yeah.
Have them put on masks.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good.
basically, it's like the spread of COVID is down, but the rate of crime is up.
Exactly. And it's all by design. Remember, another blue state.
I'm really wondering if they could possibly go red.
It could, but they'll hide the votes.
This whole mail voting or mail by vote or vote by mail. Gosh, words are hard.
That's right.
But that whole vote by mail thing is just going to be a scam.
Yes.
Well,
The
you're
thing
gonna
that-
go ahead.
The thing that upsets me is the way they're going to do the schools now. If my kids go to Salem schools, they're going to have to sit in a chair from 8 o'clock till 1 o'clock, eat their lunch at their chair they've sat in all day, and have a mask on the whole day except for eating lunch. I don't like that. No outside time, no nothing. They have to stay in the chair the whole time unless they have to use the bathroom.
It would behoove them to get them outside.
But you're dealing with chuckleheads in the government.
We're homeschooling because they're also changing the whole teaching thing. They're going to teach about Black Lives Matter and everything. Look it up. It's in the thing. They're going to teach about Black Lives Matter and how we should support them.
Well, I think you should teach on BLM, which is the Bureau of Land Management. You know, you can do a whole semester on that, the creation of the Bureau of Land Management, what they do, the personnel, the budget. That's the only BLM I want being taught.
Yeah.
And then there's silence.
Channel Dad just sent me a message.
What did he say?
He said he's not home yet.
Great show, guys.
Oh,
I'm
but
coming back.
he can upload a channel. He can upload a video to YouTube.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We can do that. That's fine. You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's got an email, so it's whatever. He can get it. I sent it to him on email. Is Justin here or there? Where?
Have you guys been like
Am I
listening?
here?
Yeah, you're there.
Are any of us here?
Oh, nice. I'm having some internet.
Hey,
issues.
don't say that. My middle son has confused me so bad with that. He goes, "Is this real life? How do you know we're not just believing it?"
Are we at
Respond.
simulation?
That you have a smart kid. I'm telling you, he's thinking outside the box.
He scares me.
And he's getting ready to jump out of the matrix. So you may not see him.
The simulation of things to happen.
I mean, how did they come up with that? Maybe it's real.
Justin's co-host JP believes in simulation, or not believes, but like he brought it up in a podcast one time.
Oh, I'm very interested in simulation theory, man. I've done a lot of reading up on that. I'm not saying I 100% believe in it, but I definitely think there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have you played Saints Row 4?
No, I haven't. The last one I played was the second or third one.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's all about being in a simulator.
Oh, really? I've always liked how they kind of parodied Grand Theft Auto. Like they were Grand Theft Auto-ish, but they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, oh yeah. Nah, dude, I'm telling you. Saints Row 4, you go into the simulator and you build yourself. And my character looks like Goku. And you can collect powers. Like you can there's energy surges that are all over the map. And with each energy surge that you pick up, you increase your power. So like you can like speed run, you can super jump, and you can glide. You can shoot. I mean, you essentially you can be Super Saiyan.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's freaking awesome.
I still haven't met a grown adult that hasn't seen or knows something about Dragon Ball Z.
Well, you should meet my co-host, JP. He knows nothing about it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
Did he not have Adult Swim growing up?
Dude, and I've got Dragon Ball Z stuff all over my man cave.
Yeah, I'm so old, I'm dragging my balls. It's so it's not, it's God has a funny sense of humor, He gives you like more wisdom as you get older, but your stuff starts falling apart.
Yeah.
So you're like, man, I could now figure things out. I can go do no, I can't. My balls are dragging.
So that's where the clitoris is. It doesn't matter.
Exactly, because you can't do anything.
Lord.
Well, my neck's hurting. I really can't get down there.
Oh, and then the woman's sexual desires and her libido kicks in when she's like 45. As she gets older, it increases. But we're stuck at 18, 19 when ours hits our peak. What in the heck? Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
It just means cougars are what
but we got a pill for us.
Oh, yeah. But we own everything.
You can spend $40 on a pill.
40.
So, do y'all ever listen to Nerdrotic?
Yeah, once in a while.
I've gotten on a kick with him recently. He's really good.
Yeah.
And Friday Night Tights is still going strong. And it's been going since 5:00.
Man, he's trying to rival Mahler because Mahler does these epic like 12-hour EFAPs.
Right. I love EFAP, but it takes me a week to get through it.
Yeah.
So you said he's watching Friday Night Lights?
Friday Night Tights. It's a TV. It's a Friday night show that he does. A channel called Nerdrotic.
Huh.
Oh, I thought he was like binging Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I thought.
I'm not gonna.
Which is actually a really good show. Really good show.
But that's their thing right now. They've got
has world-class bullshitters, worldwide bullshitters, whatever they're called now.
3,800 people watching right now. Plus us.
Yeah. We're gonna hijack the stream.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're costing him views. There could be 4 more views on there, but instead it's 1.
Yeah. this is stream sniping.
It's like the voting system,
Oh yeah.
4 votes for 1 person.
Yeah. This is
So
stream
my cousin got a application to register his cat as a voter.
Nah, come on.
No.
I can take a picture of it and send it to you, son.
That doesn't happen.
Do it.
I will.
There's no chicanery happening in the voting system. No way.
He video chatted me and he goes, "Look at this shit." He's like, "I've had this cat for 2 years. Never talked politics with me, but it wants to vote."
You have the picture now?
No, he just. I'll have to get him to send it to me.
Dude, I would put that on the screen right now if you can get it.
I'll text him, see if he's up. He starts work at 3 a.m. He works Carter Machinery.
Oh, that sucks. Thanks for doxing him, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
there's
job
a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. Don't live around here.
But you still doxed him.
He didn't dox him.
Good job, bro.
There's a couple pieces of information that you'd have to punch in there to figure out who he is.
The dude's got a pet bear.
Let's see his house on Google.
Yeah.
See if the ballots in the front yard.
Oh my Lord.
He's got a pet bear that he feeds a biscuit to every morning.
A pet bear?
Yeah, like it literally waits in the morning for a biscuit.
No.
And he gives it to him, and then it just goes on for the rest of his day.
I had a coyote last night. Yeah, I heard him yipping.
At least you didn't get trapped in your house before.
What?
When I was at Natural Bridge, I got stuck in my house because 4 of them surrounded the house and we couldn't get out.
Yeah, they wanted biscuits.
Yeah, throw biscuits.
Like, what? Wait a minute. Why do you give the bear biscuits?
No, it wasn't just a regular biscuit. No, this was like a sausage biscuit. Like, he'd wake up in the morning, make him a sausage biscuit, and make one for the bear, and just give it to him.
You didn't say that. that's a whole nother thing. I'm thinking like a Triscuit or a, some sort of little cookie biscuit thing. You're talking about a full on McEgg
McGriddle.
biscuit and McGriddle. There you go.
Dude, I would love to have a McGriddle. Those are so good.
You can make
Love
them.
it. Yeah.
But
Just soak the bread in syrup and then fry it.
So,
Brie Larson kicks out boyfriend over Nintendo game. I didn't see that. That's pretty cool.
all right. So let's do something fun.
Explain a
Let's
film
talk-
plot badly. We can't play that.
Apocalypse.
What?
Let's see who gets it right. Which way you think the apocalypse is going to start?
Which what?
What do you?
Which way? Like, what do you think is going to end the world? Meteorites, people, loss of electricity. There's a bunch of them. Think people?
Yeah.
I think the power grid going out. I think our society's gotten too stupid that we can't run without power.
Right, but
Yeah, I
then
think
what's
the
going to
power
happen?
grid going out would be detrimental to most in modern society.
So mine's power.
Remember these events that the deep state's running right now, because they are doing it. They keep getting more and more severe as they go along. What do you think of? How about this? The next event could be EMP.
Yep.
Dude, you know how bad that would suck?
Yeah, I mean they're ratcheting it up. They
Would it
already
suck,
ran a pandemic.
Do you think it would really suck though? I mean, honestly, I love doing this and stuff, but think about it. We have, as us being more Southern, we have the tools to keep ourselves entertained. With guns.
I'm just going to go on ahead and stop you right there. I'm fat and I like air conditioning.
Boom!
I will,
ditto,
so I don't
ditto.
need AC.
I will kill for some AC.
I sweat in a snowstorm. And last year we lost our AC for like a week.
Oh,
I had to go buy 3 AC units to put in. It was longer than a week actually, but yeah, couldn't live without it.
What are you playing, Justin?
I'm just actually making sure my internet's working, connected it, because internet's been on the fritz, and usually my PlayStation, because sometimes my phone will give me this falsehood and it'll say it's connected, but it's really not. So usually my PlayStation don't lie. If my PlayStation works, then I'm connected back to the internet.
Do y'all remember last year they announced on the news and stuff that they were going to do a government send out with the phones?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Ain't that weird? They did that last year, and now everything's going on this year.
The text message. The presidential text message.
Yeah, president, yeah. The emergency alert system.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Ain't that a little weird, though, that happened after all this has happened?
No.
You don't see them two together?
Oh,
I'm just playing, man.
They're linked. What that move was done is to capture communications when the main source of communications, like the news, gets cut off. You're going to have direct information from the prez. So that was set in place.
Biden.
Exactly. What? There any hair to smell around here?
330-330-003-330.
Yeah,
Bring your children outside, and I will personally come sniff their hair.
That's I'll bring my shotgun because that's all you need is a shotgun. You don't need
Hey, it's not his fault. He thought instead of kiss the babies, it meant smell the baby's hair. And you just heard that growing
you
up.
only need a double barrel shotgun with 2 shells, and you go outside and you shoot them up in the air twice, and whoever's there will leave.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because someone who broke into your house with the gun isn't totally prepared to have a shootout.
That's right.
He also said farming is easy. This man literally told everybody farming was easy, that technology is hard. I've seen farmers at work. I've done hay baling in my life.
There's some of the hardest working people in the world.
Like, he wouldn't know about either one. You know he can't operate an iPhone, and he damn sure can't farm. So how does he even have the ability? How can he even weigh in on either?
Right.
Because remember, they're going to put you back in chains.
He has as much ability. The only job he can get besides this is Walmart as one of them greeters. That's his. That should be his job.
He'd probably forget where he worked at, though. He'd be like, "Welcome to Target."
He'd probably get kicked out for sniffing hair.
Welcome to Home Depot.
You smell awful nice. Can I smell your hair?
That's some good-looking hair.
You to make sure you don't have COVID-19 before you enter Sam's Club.
I can smell that. I can detect that shit.
I remember being there. I think it was at the Institute where I worked, where he said the whole "put y'all back in chains" thing, and me and the guy were like,
"Yeah." He goes, "Put you back in chains."
Oh my Lord!
You almost could have heard me on that broadcast going, "Say it again."
Can you repeat that?
He couldn't even remember where he was at. And let's keep in mind, this was back in 2012 election, and even then, he's like, "I swear, I think he got the town name wrong." It's like whatever.
Yeah, he was just on a like a TV show or some video show, and then he says, "Yeah, Arizona, it's a wonderful city." And then the host had to go, "Yes, the people of Arizona, the state of Arizona, really love that you're gonna do a town hall or something." But he said it was a city, Arizona.
I'm surprised he didn't go, "You guys make lovely jeans."
and sports drinks.
They're a little tight, but whatever. They were a little small. But yeah, he's nuts. He's bonkers, dude.
I think he's playing though.
He's just playing to be the puppet.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I established the one world government. Oops.
No, they're not going to put you in chains.
They're going to put you in boxcars.
Yeah.
That move's already been done, but not here in the States, so they'll try it.
Yeah.
We're going to take you to COVID camps.
Well, they got the idea from the original Nazis. Got their playbook from the Democrats.
Yep. Not Y, not W,
right?
not Z.
Yeah.
So the Nazis got their ideas from Democrats.
And we're demonetized.
Man, I didn't know
Not that we were monetized, but you can't.
What, did something just kick in?
You can't say the dreaded N word. You got to say not Z.
Right.
Oh, you can't actually say Nazi.
Ah, dang it! You did it again.
Now we're gonna be owing money.
Yeah.
You're gonna come after our PayPal accounts.
Do you remember the days when there was such thing as freedom of speech?
Oh yeah.
Weren't those the days?
Like,
we traded that in for YouTube.
What happened to just pissing someone off? Like when did that become a criminal crime?
Yep.
Why?
What happened to, like, the George Carlins who just wanted to piss everybody off?
Right, and that was his goal, and he was wonderful at it.
If someone wasn't offended by the end of one of his stand-up gigs and he didn't feel like he did his job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Comedy's gonna die if they keep going the way they're going. Like, it's already showing.
Man. There is no comedy with this cancel culture. How can you go? Comedy is nothing but tragedy. I mean, so how can you go up on stage and make people laugh when everything is going to offend everyone? I mean, I've watched a ton of Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle, and when they tell white jokes, I laugh. It's funny.
Yeah.
This shit's true, whatever. I mean, but you just can't. God forbid, you can't do anything now. If it's funny, it makes someone mad.
Yeah.
But it's not even the words that come out. These same folks are saying that, you're thinking thoughts that are racist. You're microaggressing. They got in your head and they tell you what you're thinking. And by that alone, you are guilty of what they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit.
Absolutely. Oh,
Okay,
oh, go
question for you. What do you think if they defund the police like they say they are in like New York and stuff? What do you think New York would be like if there's no police?
That game. What was that? What was that video game where a virus took out half of New York City? The Division. It would be like the Division.
Dude, I love
Ooh,
that game.
I got to play that. My son says, it's crap. So I'm going to try it now.
What do you
Oh,
got it on? What do you
I
have?
had played-
PlayStation or Xbox?
One,
PlayStation.
Xbox One.
Oh,
There
I
you
was
go.
ready to play.
There you
Yeah, I
go,
played-
Seth.
X-Bone.
No,
I hadn't played the second one, but I love the first one.
I've got the second one, but I haven't opened it up yet. I got it for Christmas, but
So
my
the
hard
first
drive's
one's really
full.
good. That's a Tom Clancy, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's a little repetitive after a while, but if you're running with a squad or something, it's a really good time.
Cool.
Have y'all played Warzone yet?
no.
Yeah.
If you're running with if you don't have a squad with you on a division, every like mission that you start, you have an opportunity to link up with somebody.
It's in the field already.
Huh?
That you mean that's in that team?
I'm
I mean,
sorry,
they
you
don't-
roboted.
They don't parachute a team in for you. You have to go find them.
No. Like you hit. They give you like hit square. So I don't know. I don't know what it'll be on Xbox, but you hit the button and it'll sit there for a second and it'll put you in with somebody else,
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
and so you'll have like a team of people to play with.
Because usually those Clancy games, they kind of make you work a little bit, which I find realistic. That you have to go, like they give you a waypoint, you've got to go over there and find them and link up.
So, when I was growing up, I don't know if y'all got it. Did y'all ever go to Burger King and they gave out an Xbox game?
No.
They gave out an Xbox game, and it
Oh
was
yeah,
kinda
that's
like,
sneaking. It was
Yeah.
all the It was like couple games that they had, and they were real basic. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. But there was an online version. Like that's when I got it, all it was just the online version. I could never play it. When I got it, I was mad. I was like, free Xbox game. Oh, I can't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I remember now that you say that. I think I remember when that was happening, but I don't think I ever got. I had an Xbox for a little while, but I was mostly a PlayStation kid.
Did y'all ever get any cool toys from the McDonald's or Burger King?
Yeah.
I
back
got
in
the
day,
Go-Go Gadget. I had the whole thing, and it just disappeared out of my house.
Because he
remember that?
kicked in his gadget
Go-Go
stuff and
Gadget
left.
went.
Do y'all remember the toy though? You got like an arm, and then the chest piece, and then the face and hat and stuff.
Did you say Go-Go Gadget? Because that might have been where it went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
That's
guy
true.
wants me out of here.
It went.
that thing was like
And then it
that
just
thing
left.
was like that tall though when you finished. It was huge.
I didn't have
for
that.
it. You had a piece at a
didn't
time.
have
It
that.
took me forever to get it.
It's a shitload of burgers, man.
It was. Well, do you not see? I'm a little on the hefty side.
I'm gonna build this go-go gadget thing. Meanwhile, you got diabetes. I got this gadget
So I
thing,
have
but
a
man,
go-go
I got some insulin
And
too.
diabetes.
Ugh, that's gross.
Go
I
Gadget insulin.
To get back on politics, I think I figured out why they're saying, why they feel like they're oppressed and everything, Antifa and all them, because they don't have a sense of humor. I'm sorry. If you don't have a sense of humor, I don't see you get far in life.
Hmm.
You, Seth?
I agree.
No.
Because you're gonna get made fun of, and you gotta laugh it off and make fun of the person. That's a common thing. I work construction sites and everything. You don't have thick skin, you're not gonna make it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I worked construction for a while. I get that.
Yeah, you
gotta be able
really
to talk shit. And take it.
exactly. You deal it out, you're gonna take it.
And this new generation
Also-
coming up does
also a
not
common
have it.
rule for prison.
I'll even say that in the Navy, if you can't dish it out and take it, you're done, because then they'll pick on you the entire time. Like, I was in the submarine force, and those guys are masters at what they call the spin up. They try to find things on you first of all, and then pick at you to see if you're gonna freak out, because you're underwater for a long time and there's not a lot to do. Rule number 1: do not ever pull out a picture of your wife, daughter, anything, anybody, any female, because they will tell you stories about what they're going to do with that individual to see if you spin up. And they are masters at it.
Rules. Let's see. Let's type this out. Rules for being a seaman.
In a big long black
Rules for
tube.
being a student.
Like they say, 90 sailors.
That's why
Go down under the water.
A picture
And
of
45 couples
Captain Jack
end up
Sparrow.
in the.
You'll see.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Willis? That video is hilarious.
Oh, I love Michael Bolton is a major cinephile.
Guess who it is, people?
Oh,
Captain Jack
we are almost the Brady Bunch. We need one more person.
That's the day we became the Brady Bunch.
So Justin, you're down in Danville?
Way to go,
Man, yeah.
No, I'm not in Danville actually. So
You're
Hit the
spitting
live
distance from
button.
North Carolina.
Hit the live button. You're like 45 minutes behind.
Jesus.
Next, we're
Harold.
going to find Byron Lape's house on Google Maps.
Dude, let's do that when we get off the air.
Let's
Because
do
we
it.
did all of ours already. We did all of ours. Except for Tommy. Tommy just showed where his parents live. He didn't
Was
want
that
people to know he
the
lived with his
stone
mother-in-law.
house? Well, that was the stone house, right?
No, that was
No,
the
that
blue
was-
house.
Oh, okay.
The blue, the bright blue with the big
Truck.
F-750 pickup truck.
Oh.
He didn't want people to see his house. He didn't want people to know he lives with his mother-in-law.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, because I did that for a
It
couple
takes
months.
a real man to live with your mother-in-law. Let me tell you right now.
I did it for a couple months.
It's tough.
Yeah, she's cool, but I got kind of bored. I got annoyed with it. But she's cool.
It's like having a
Just in case she ever
stepchild,
sees
because you being the step parent, you can't really whack them or discipline them. You got to look at your wife and go, oh, you better do something about this kid, or if not, I'm gonna.
Hey, so you guys want to see something gross?
Fuck.
it depends on what it is.
Well, Justin, I'm pretty sure you saw it earlier today.
What?
No dead baby jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Too
joke
soon.
about that. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard accused each
yeah.
other of peeing and pooping all over their house.
Oh my god.
What kind of people does this kind of crap?
This is the story of pooping Jack Sparrow.
I would rather have that be that than all the weirdos in Hollywood and their pedophilia crazes.
But he's one of them.
Their days.
Well, I don't know if he's one of them. I think that's part of the problem, why he's being kind of forced out.
He's one of them.
Or he
And
was.
she is displaying tendencies of being a trafficked individual
Mm-hmm.
with the whole cutting of fingertips off. She cut his fingertips off. That's stuff
Wait,
that
so
like
you think Amber Heard was trafficked?
I would bet money that she's been trafficked, because you don't come up into Hollywood for nothing. Like the whole like going into Hollywood, and making something out of nothing just doesn't happen. You have to do something to get it.
Yeah, and I saw your White Rabbit comment, by the way, on the Patreon. That was funny.
Well, I mean, I was like, come on, man. Like, they're like, oh, I wonder why Ellen DeGeneres is like.
Yeah,
man,
they're never going to
on.
get it. Kendo
No.
might, but he's not going to admit it because he'll be accused of wearing a tinfoil hat.
Well, whatever.
It's all right. I had somebody troll me on Twitter this past week and convinced me, that I believe in some conspiracy theories, and I'm like, nothing I've espoused on Twitter has been about a conspiracy theory. And then he dug up some old tweets, and I'm like, and a man, I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. And here's the evidence for this. Here's the evidence for this. Now, was it some grand conspiracy? Yeah, I don't know.
It's conspiracy.
But
fact.
but the direct evidence that you can see, it's like, look, just because I question the narrative doesn't mean I believe in green aliens or lizard men from Mars. And that pretty much ended
What about
it.
David Icke's lizard people?
That's what I'm talking about. Lizard, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if some version of They Live is actually true.
Sure.
I came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. So
And I'm all out of gum. I'm all out of ass. Oh.
I'm all out of ass.
Came here to chew ass and lick bubble gum.
Yeah.
Just so
Yes,
you know, I've been
everybody got a
drinking
beer?
for the last hour and a half, 2 hours.
Everybody got a beer?
No, I have soju now. I moved on to something harder.
He said harder.
Well, my brother had these craft beers, so afterwards we went to my parents' house and we were drinking various ones. And I'm like, I told my wife, "You got to drive home."
Did she drive your new car?
No, we took her car before.
Um,
What's
Probably
your
gonna take
new
my
car?
car tomorrow, though.
Did you get it out of the shop finally?
Yeah, got it Tuesday. Basically, what I think happened is the guy that's the new customer concierge got wind that my car had been in there for days, and he rose a holy hell bomb because they were all supposed to do this extra treatment. They call it Lux Care. I don't know. It smells like the spring underbody nonsense that they used to do. That was all scam. But apparently it's done at the Nissan dealership. They have to take the seats out and all this stuff. And it's cloth seats, and the doors have cloth that they put all this stuff. And because it's a stain, it has stain resistance, but this is some extra treatment. And then if it doesn't come out, a stain doesn't come out, you have like a 5-year warranty or something. They'll replace things. And the guy called me, and he's like, call me. I think this was like 10 o'clock on Tuesday or Monday. He's like, yeah, well, we send it over to Nissan. Not sure when it'll get there because it took them like 4 days to get a damn battery. So I think it was Tuesday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He calls my wife for some reason because we're both on the loan, but so sometimes I get emails for her and sometimes I get emails for me. They called her and said, "Your car's ready." And when I got there, this guy's name's Jeff. He saw me coming. He bolts out of the showroom and cuts me off because we're all supposed to be wearing masks. I had my mask in my back pocket, but I was still outside. And he was ready to chew nails. I mean, like, chew iron and spit nails. He said, "That effing battery should never left our effing showroom, and this is effing ridiculous." He wasn't apologetic. He was angry at his service department and his sales guys. Because that was a showroom model, so that thing had been drained a couple times, and that's part of why it had. And I mean, we're like completely drained, and batteries don't like that,
No.
And that's why he said. And then the fact that the service department didn't have any in stock. Apparently, this is a battery that they use in their they used to use in their hybrids. It's the battery that starts the car because it's got that stupid ass feature that if you stop at a light, it turns off. And then it runs off the battery, and then it reignites. BMWs do this. I mean, I turn it off every time I get in the car. If you hit the defrost, the rear defrost, it has rear defrost and mirror defrost. If you hit that button, it'll turn it off too. So when I go to gym in the morning, most of the time I've got dew and crap on the back window. So, but yeah, he was like, he basically lit him up. So they got it done in like 4 hours.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Car Talk with Lape.
Yeah. It's like, we've had his car a week. We're getting ready, the man had his car for a week. Let's do it.
All right, well, let's ask Lape. what do you think will end the world? Think the electricity going out, zombies, meteorite? What's your
I mean, we're talking this year or just in general?
in general? Or people, just people going crazy.
Well,
Or Bill Gates giving people medicine to make them not have babies anymore.
Well, the birth rate is down worldwide. I was reading the article the other day that it's like a almost catastrophe. But of course, I'm like, look, you clowns can't have it both ways. You can't say out of one side of your mouth that the world's overpopulated and we're running out of food, and then complain that the birth rate's down out of the other. Here's what I think. I think China and India are getting really heated, and if it gets proven, or mostly proven, that, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that this virus is a direct result of Fauci's research, right? So Fauci had his lab here. Obama shuts him down. He uses the National Institute of Health to get it into Wuhan. Now, granted, it's non-weaponized, which is why I think it's so weak. But it's hitting India pretty hard. And they're already pissing and moaning about their common border. And if they, and they're both nuclear powers too, right? They both have nuclear weapons. India doesn't have much, but it has enough. They're both over 1 billion people. They both have population issues. They both have, China has to invent things for people to do, or they will have millions of people out of work, and that will not be good. So, and China's also doing some kind of ethnic cleansing with, was it? I forget the name. It starts with a U. This group. So it would not surprise me if this whole this COVID-19 stuff escalates between those two. They already have border tensions, and that's kind of the linchpin. We're aligned with China. Japan's aligned with us. I don't know if it will end the world, but I think it could have a significant impact on civilization that we go backward 100, 200 years.
The whole thing about it is, and this is just me thinking around. So you haven't heard much about Bill Gates. Like, he really wasn't in the spotlight for a while, and then all of a sudden he started talking trash about Trump, really getting into that left side. Then all of a sudden this comes out, he's like, "Oh, I'll make the vaccine for it." So he seems like the all-amazing Wizard of Oz by making the thing, and then he's going to run for president in 2024 because he made the cure for corona.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the vaccine programs that he's had in Africa, he's a wanted man in multiple African countries.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Because he's making people where they can't have babies.
Yeah, there's been a lot of harsh, especially with young women. There's been a lot of harsh reactions to many of his vaccines that he's instigated. I mean, look at, I forget what company it was that announced a few weeks ago they were going to do tests. Their human trials were going to start in Africa, and I'm like, really? But that's their guinea pig. Now, in Africa as a continent has the most genetic diverse groups of people. Most other continents are very mono in their genetic variety. So that is one of the several things that is using to kind of push against human evolution, because we supposedly came out of Africa. They should have the lowest diversity, but they have the highest diversity. And so when
all kinds of things.
So I think China and India are going to go at it, and I don't know.
India. We're not.
Well, the thing is there's been a COVID-17 and a COVID-18. This is nothing new, but if this ends up fully weaponized, because China is really moving toward being able to counteract any viral effect, right? This is all of this. This is on the military side. This is why they're getting rid of political dissidents. This is why they're doing genocide against. It's a Muslim group, and I forget the name of them, because they don't deal. There's another. It's not just this group. There's another group of I forget what it was called.
Uyghurs.
Well, there's one I talked about a month ago. It's almost like a Tai Chi, but it's like a Buddhist version.
A long gong.
Yeah. If you get caught practicing that,
My long gong.
people are allowed to beat the living shit out of you on the street. I mean, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, that is you are lawful to go after, because it's a very pacifistic ideal. It's kind of a combination of Taoism and Buddhism, but they already have, the tracking for in the apps. They already have ways of finding people. They can find people in they call it, it's not China, it's Beijing City, which is a very small area, but I forget how many millions of people live in there. They can find somebody in minutes just with all the cameras and everything else. They already have generations of people who turn to one another in. They have cameras on the express, what they call their highways, looking for people who are driving distracted and turning each other in. So that is very cultural driven. And that's really, it's not the communists that really did that. It's really an offshoot of the old imperialistic China they just basically changed government.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if this leak, if you want to put that in air quotes, was so they could test their own preparedness, knew where the gaps were, so that the next leak, COVID-21, we'll say, is going to be 4 times nastier, and it's not going to, within 2 generations, be so divergent that it's harmless. And, we know that the masks are useless for viruses. I mean, I basically have had to just leave myself out of LinkedIn unless someone sends me a message, because so many people post this. I saw a thing where they were doing this experiment with bacteria where people were breathing into Petri dishes, and they had no mask and a mask and distance and all this other stuff. And it's like, great. That has no bearing on how a virus works. 0 bearing. And people keep...
Well, the whole thing about the bat transferring to humans. That's total BS.
Well, no, that does happen, but it happens with viruses tend to not be as severe, and they don't have gainer function. This is Fauci's gainer function research that started in the 90s, trying to add AIDS to flus. Okay, go look up Markowitz and the stuff that she was doing with Fauci. Fauci was her boss. And it didn't work, and they tried again, and then they tried when Obama was president. They were successful, and it almost got out a couple times, and then he finally said, yeah, we're done with it. And also, but see, this is why I couldn't figure out why, was it last week or the week before, then all of the language changed to it's COVID-19, the virus that causes SARS-CoV-2.
All right, so I got to ask something.
It's AIDS verbiage stuck on this virus, and there's a reason for that.
So I got to ask something. So I try to look on YouTube about Wayfair. Why is it I can only find stuff about it in other languages? Is it because it goes by voice, or does it go by wording?
I mean, well, it's Google, so who knows? They could be intercepting it.
Use DuckDuckGo, and you'll get a you'll get a better accurate.
Try DuckDuckGo.
Dick Go.
I it's kind of weird because Google owns YouTube, but it's amazing how often I can't find what I'm looking for in a YouTube search. I go to Google, I type the exact same things in, and I get exactly what I want.
You think it's because Google's over flooded and they can't censor everything?
Well, they may be taking down stuff on me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where they're involved with all this stuff. Yeah. They claimed in the beginning, all this COVID stuff, that their community guidelines were you couldn't go against, not in the beginning, but, month in, you couldn't go against the World Health Organization. I did 3 videos where I quoted the World Health Organization, and all 3 of them were demonetized before I published them. Because they were against the narrative that masks work, that Sweden was full of shit, and that we could get a vaccine. And I mean, the articles I were reading were quoting people from the World Health Organization, and they were the only reference in there. No CDC, no nobody else, no Fox News, no InfoWars, no nothing. And as soon as I got to the final page, where basically I say, because usually I tell it to schedule, because that way it reviews. And as soon as it went back to the list of things, it was already demonetized. And usually it sits in a most of my videos sit for several minutes in a evaluation phase, if you will.
Well, I was reading on a theory that they said the mask that people wear or it's normal now to see someone wearing a mask. Like
Right.
It's completely normal. They're saying someone came up with the theory saying, well, maybe they're using this for people that are about to be committed crimes against sex trafficking and stuff. They're able to go and do whatever they want because you're not going to recognize them because they're wearing a mask.
Well, I think that would be just crimes in general.
Yeah. Like,
And if
you
you're
think about
concealed
it-
carrying, in some states, you can't wear a mask if you're concealed carrying, too.
Yep.
Even if you're lawfully concealed.
In Virginia, it's like
Yeah,
that,
they-
but
they
you.
did some kind of- yeah, they
But-
did some kind of something where if you can still conceal carry.
Yeah.
But the masks are useless. I mean, now granted, yeah, okay, and this is my, and I've said this last week, my nurse friends who get all up on arms on me on Facebook about the masks. Yeah, it prevents me from coughing, my phlegm on you, but the virus goes right through it. And I cannot get, and people keep saying, well, for every study about masks or lockdowns, there's one saying that it works. I'm like, then show it. The only stuff I can find, okay, in a hospital situation, I found a study out of Vietnam that compared medical masks to cloth masks. Okay, this is in a hospital where absolutely you should be wearing masks, especially when you're dealing with patients. Okay, which is what the World Health Organization said, what Fauci said twice, but he's actually gone back and forth. He's changed like 3 times what he wants. Sorry, my nose itch. And if you're dealing with someone up close and personal, you better have a mask on. If that person is expressing symptoms, they better have a mask on. It takes, doctors keep saying it takes close, personal, and extended anyway, but every study that's done about how a virus spreads said masks and lockdowns have limited to no effect. And no one of these people that are bitching and moaning at me can produce a study that says it has. I will grant them 50%, but the governors are acting like it's a 99% thing. And if we all wear a mask, then it'll be gone in a week and a half, which is bullshit.
Hey, we got 3
It'll be
people
gone
watching. Let's hit that like
next.
button, please.
Yeah. Click like and subscribe to the men's room. Or is that where we are? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I'm in my, God bless my nose, is bothering me. COVID. But it's insane. And everybody that yells them, it'll prevent. Yeah, it'll prevent the things that are obvious. But you know what? My mother pounded manners into me that said, do not cough and sneeze on people.
Right. And if I go into a store, can I just keep my mouth shut? Because I really don't want to talk to anybody.
My
Right.
body, my choice.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like
my
these
body,
videos I
that's
keep
funny.
seeing on YouTube where people are beating the hell out of each other because that white person said the wrong word to some black guy or woman. Usually it's women. Going at it. And I'm like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me is what I had classmates calling me Nazi in 5th grade. You can get the fuck over it.
Oh.
I've been drinking for 2 hours. Hey, I got to make sure that YouTube doesn't think this is some, kid-friendly thing, and then put a COPPA thing
Sure.
on the.
Yeah.
But it's like it's different. If someone comes up to you and slaps you, okay, punch him in the nose. Calls you a name. Really?
Speaking of drinking.
Anyway,
for 2
I
hours,
retweeted
I'm gonna go
a
grab
video.
a drink right now.
Yeah. I retweeted a
I am
video.
too.
Check this. I don't know if you guys saw it. I actually retweeted on both of my accounts on Twitter. This guy, this father. I don't remember how old the son is. Son's in Little League. I don't know how old the video is. I don't know if this was a recent thing or whatever. Kid's birthday, day of the game. He gives them. It's an Amazon package in the back of the minivan. He gives them this brand new bat. I think it's aluminum, bright green. It's black kid, black father. He's like, I didn't forget you. He gives him a hug. The father's cracking. I mean, you can hear it in his voice. The kid's in tears, happy, he can't believe it. Father's in the outfield. You know, it's little league, so he's out past the fence. He's like, I want to see a home run, and the kid cranks one right toward where his father is. His dad catches the ball. Now, if you find that and you can watch that and not get misty-eyed, then you're an asshole. It is so emotional. So I retweeted more videos like this, please. I'm tired of seeing people getting into fights or getting shot. Saw another one today. Guy's holding a toddler, maybe a year old. Drive-by shooting. I'm tired of it. I'd rather see the happy videos.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I've thought about taking a little break from Facebook and social media.
I'll tell you right now, I got rid of Facebook. I can tell you right now, I got more time and I'm not so depressed.
Yeah. Well, I'm not depressed. Somebody posted on Facebook it's supposed to be this image. I thought it was a Japanese neurologist who created it. And if it's moving, it shows your stress level. And I was barely moving and a couple of deep breaths and it completely stopped for me. Because it's actually not an animation. It's just an image, but your mind makes it move. And the more stress you're under, the faster it moves. Supposedly. It was pretty cool. It's like, okay, good.
Something like that.
Yeah. I got to make Facebook an output only, except like when I'm in the groups. Like I'm in some groups where, craft beer and some stuff with Dad Studio, World Class Bullshitters, Geeks and Gamers. Even there, sometimes I'm like, you guys are posting nonsense.
So I'll be honest, I've mainly drunk Bud Light and Bud Light Platinum. I've had maybe one or two
actual beers,
expensive beers. But does craft beer really taste different?
Oh yeah. Well, it depends on the kind of beer.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you get a pale lager, well, first of all, you're drinking Bud Light, so it doesn't have much taste. If you're drinking Coors Light, that's a bit more flavorful. But if you were drinking a pale lager, it's going to be a bit more yellow than what you're drinking. It's going to have a bit hoppier backbone to it, but not a whole lot. It's going to have some spiciness, depending on if they use Say's hops or not. If they use Hallertau, you get a nice clean finish, but not too bad. It's hard to find good lagers in the craft beer area because lagers are a pain in the ass to make right. Ales are a lot easier. So yeah, it just depends. I mean, now they do all kinds of crazy stuff, but yeah, you take an imperial. Let's say I had an imperial stout. This was from New Holland, and my brother got a bunch of stuff on it. He just got back from Michigan. I mean, they were in Holland, Michigan, so he got some. It's Big Lake is a brewery that barely makes it out of town, and then New Holland's a bit larger, but most of the good stuff never makes it out of the state. So this was a 9% beer. It is a 1 pint can. So it's an imperial stout with cinnamon and maple syrup. Holy cow!
That's delicious.
Yeah.
It's like
I gotta make a shout out.
McGriddle.
I gotta make a shout out real quick. I watched the Podcasting Dead. Like I've gotten hooked on that. I've been watching y'all show like crazy lately.
Well, I'm glad, man. Hopefully we're gonna start doing more video components to it.
I will say if you won't, even if you're not into Walking Dead, if you tune in on Wednesdays, it's great. Like I'm into the Walking Dead.
Conspiracies and ghosts.
Yep.
Neither. Well, I do believe in some conspiracies, but I don't really believe in ghosts. But it's still fun to talk about.
Well, I can't say that. When my grandma died, all 3 pictures in our house fell down of her. So
see, if I had an experience like that, it would probably help me. But I feel like I've never had anything. Well, I've had some weird shit happen, I guess, but I don't know. Nothing that's made me. Other than I had somebody knock on my door one time, like repeatedly, and my friend and I finally thought it was my cousin messing with us. So we got by the door, got ready, and mid-knock, we jerked the door open and nobody was there. That's still the one thing I can't explain. But other than that, I've tried to write off everything else. But I love talking about the paranormal. I think it's awesome.
Oh,
and
yeah.
not in like a pretentious, I want to belittle people way. I just enjoy hearing it because I definitely think there's things we can't explain. But with that said, I can't explain it. But so I enjoy conversation.
I enjoy it. I enjoy y'all show because I grew up watching horror films. It's
watching what?
Horror films like Jason,
yeah.
Michael Myers, everything. Like as a kid, little kid, I was not censored when it came to that stuff. They didn't cover my eyes. I saw everything.
Next week, we're talking about Stardust Ranch. If you don't know what that is, it's very interesting. Seth, you actually watched the video on
Dude, that was wild.
Stardust
Dude,
Ranch.
that was so wild.
It's very, very much like Skinwalker Ranch. But it's in a neighboring state, and it's really interesting. It's one of those where you can easily write it off as a guy was just trying to get more for his land, but there's some irrefutable accounts from other people that got nothing from it that are. I don't know. It's really interesting. I mean, this one's like Skinwalker Ranch, except for the entities are way more violent. Like
what's Skinwalker Ranch?
Trying to take the dude's wife? That's crazy.
Oh, what's Skinwalker Ranch?
Go to our if you get a chance. It's a lot to cover, but if you get a chance, go to our YouTube channel and go back through the Wednesday like paranormal. Well, I guess that would be under conspiracy, but. Go back. We did 2 parts on Skinwalker Ranch, man. It's wild. It's so much history to that. Hey, I've been there.
But to our 5 audience, please check out the Podcasting Dead. It's a really good show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Please do. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for our 5 people.
It looks so cool from this perspective. I watch our movies, man. It's crazy when The Walking Dead is in and going. Oh man, sometimes we can rack up some. But then when it's off, you just see the views go.
That's why I'm saying, dude, do the watch party.
No,
yeah, I definitely plan to do that. I don't know if I'll have JP with me or not because it's hard to get him to commit to anything that's not right there. But.
Hey, look at that guy.
Probably have him pop in at some point.
Wait, were you on one of the Walking Deads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on like their first live stream.
Oh wow.
Well, not like the first, but.
Oh yeah. You know, we actually have one video, only one, but one video that's got like well over 100,000 views.
Nice.
It's the ways Carl could still be alive. And what makes me what's so funny about that video is that we say up front, right? Like, hey, we don't think Carl's alive. We think he's a goner. However, we're going to go over some popular fan theories of how he might survive this. And so many people would comment and be like, y'all are idiots. There's no way he's alive. And
107,000 views.
I'm like, we literally just said that, but whatever. Our Trump time traveling got a lot more attention than I thought it would have.
24,000. That was good. I did like that one.
Deutschland.
It was fun.
Über allen.
There are some varying.
Uber alles there. I'll correct you on your German.
Alles.
God, how long ago was that? 2017?
Yep. December 15th.
Jeez, man. It just don't feel like that long ago since Carl bit the dust.
Is that show even on anymore?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, eventually.
Did they finish the last episode of the season? Because I know that they had to take off. They didn't. Okay.
Not yet.
God.
There's rumors that it's going to be extended and longer though because they had so much more time to work on it.
He said that battle was pretty.
Somebody in your comment section said, "Shut up, Carl will die. There's nothing to talk about. Cry if you must, but move on."
Carl.
And we straight up say, like, hey, just for the record, we're both pretty sure he's gone. But these are popular fan theories. So, and just for the sake of discussing the show, let's talk about him. And I mean, you had some people that were like, he's gone, dumbasses. Like, duh, it's what we said.
Carl.
Oh, I've learned with YouTube comments.
You forgot
I
one
learned
possibility.
you
Walker
just
with
gotta love it.
dentures.
Well, now they're in the part of the
Yeah.
apocalypse where these walkers are starting to melt off, and trees are growing through them and everything. It's a progression.
Well, the dumbest thing The Walking Dead's done, aside from kill Carl, is have Morgan stab zombies in the head with a blunt stick. I don't understand that. Like, I get that the walkers are deteriorating, but like skulls don't deteriorate and soften like that. At least not while still in a body. Like you find skulls that are thousands of years old and they're not mushy. So you're not going to take a blunt.
No, they're
stick and
broken.
just, like,
They're broken up like china, like plates.
He said he's as good as dead. People
it's
seriously get over it.
JP and I have gotten to where we love the haters, man. Like when people leave crappy comments, those are honestly they give us the most entertainment because we're just like,
Dude, when y'all touched on the Star Wars Episode 9, I left probably like 10 comments like, what the
oh, you hated it?
Oh, dude, that was the first video that you guys put out that I immediately downvoted and then went back and undownvoted it, but just didn't like it.
I was gonna say you downvoted one of our videos. Oh, okay. Now
I
know
did
why
in
you
the
wanted my
beginning.
address. It all makes sense.
I downvoted it at first and then went back and was like, no, I should undownvote this because that's not good.
Yeah, we gosh, we want to do more movies and stuff, but it's just kind of impossible. Now, I want to go back and watch old movies and critique them.
Well, that's what me and Tommy start on our last episode. At the last 2 episodes, at the end, we've tried to talk about a movie that we've recently seen.
Bloodshot. If you haven't checked it out, that's a really good movie.
I
Go
plan
back
on
and
getting
watch.
that.
Diesel was in it. It instantly made me not want to watch it because Vin Diesel was in it.
Family.
Really? You don't like Vin Diesel?
Yeah, I'm just
Family.
I did back in the day, man, but he just got so cut and paste. I mean, he's the same guy in every single movie, and it's just like Bloodshot was so cool when I was a kid, and now Vin Diesel is Bloodshot. Like what? But I definitely.
Well, it's just like The Rock, though.
Fast and the Furious going.
I plan on going after what?
You know a good Rock movie that I just actually saw? It's older. Well, it's a few years old, but I saw it. That's
Rocky?
not that bad. No, keep in mind I have a 1-year-old daughter. Moana was not that bad of a movie. Like I could get down with Moana. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And the song is catchy as well. I mean, compared to Frozen.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, compared to like Frozen and some of the other like kid movies that I really just can't like get into, I actually found myself watching Moana and like enjoyed it.
I won't. My kid ain't gonna watch Frozen.
Really?
Let it go.
No, I don't like the. I don't like the message.
We were like interviewing somebody from like a local theater on the radio, and they just like bust into. They were doing like a Frozen all male cast or something, and they're like, "You want to hear a sample? Here we go, 1, 2, 3," and they started singing a cappella, and I didn't know what to do. Like I was like I wasn't prepared for this, and I don't like it. Like we might have needed to have gone to a break, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
There go our sponsors.
I'm still trying to read
on comments of that same video.
Yes.
Is that the same one? Good God.
Yep.
Die Glocke.
That was a good video too.
Yep. I hate that it now says hoax beside it on everything because I actually thought it had some years ago. I thought it actually had like some like serious stuff behind it, but apparently now it's just dismissed as a hoax, which is what they would want you to think.
Yeah, that's their disinformation is to say that it's a hoax.
Yeah, he's dead, Jim.
I just find the whole like looking glass like aspect to it, like they could use it to see into the past. I just found that to be the most fascinating part of that whole thing.
Yep, Project Looking Glass.
Hey, remember
And
when
Lost.
Robert Kirkman called into your podcast that time?
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Stop talking about the dead.
Was
I just wish Andy Lincoln would call in.
was JP or was that Matt that went to that Comic-Con?
JP.
Okay. Couldn't remember. I knew it was somebody, but I couldn't remember who. That was
Dude, you're like
hilarious.
I don't think
Justin, you're
Yeah, I
like a
don't
pro
think,
at this, man. I looked at your channel. Right on.
a pro at what?
Dude, his channel's huge.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just subbed.
Oh,
Good
thank
deal.
you.
Yeah, man. Looks like it's some interesting things
Oh,
here.
I will. Hold up. Let's see. Switch
Well,
accounts to the Appalachian American. This is. They're gonna see my view. Come on, go, stupid. Now you'll see.
Now.
Look at that. Look at the red bars. Look at the red bars. Look at the red. Oh, missed some of those.
Oh
What
yeah,
the heck?
that's what it is. You haven't watched any of our videos. It's
That's
all
a
been
bull
live.
crap.
Who are you, Seth?
There you go.
Glocker.
Refreshed.
But yeah, we
Some
give
of 'em-
disclaimers like we're a discussion channel, so like we'll bring it up, we'll talk about it. We don't, like some people I think click on it and they expect us to give like one of those presentation channels like back in 1944, and it's like no, we give you the history on it, and we'll check sources, things like that, and then we talk about it. Like that's the point of a podcast, is you discuss things, So sometimes I think some people get a little disappointed when we don't have it presentation style, but we're not a presentation channel.
You want people to think about it.
Yeah, like we
and to do their own research.
I can't wait to do Stardust Ranch, man. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Hey Justin, where are you with Expanse? Have you gotten into that?
Sure haven't.
If you can just watch The Expanse, just get through the first 3 episodes, then it takes off.
Expanse. I'll look
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah, season 1's a bit slow.
But you gotta
What's it
go.
on?
Well, it's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. It's an
got
Amazon original, but it's based on the books.
And what's it called?
Man,
The Expanse.
You won't know what the hell's going on for the first 4 episodes.
Like that's why but it leaves so many clues for later on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, get through season 1, it's great.
Yeah, it took me about 4 tries to get through season 1, and when I did, it was better, and then season 2 has gotten much better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
What was that
is
series?
it 5 that they're filming? Because it's 4 through 4, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 is the latest, and then they took a break because all this COVID, and they're going to be filming, I believe, in the fall.
Yeah.
And then you just get you get hooked on the characters. You start picking which one you like.
Yeah.
And then the whole ensemble just it takes hold, and it's a great show.
Well, then Elizabeth Mitchell shows up, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just follow her lips around.
Yeah, she's kind of cute.
It's like
She's
close to
Doctor.
home.
She's the nun, whatever.
We must
Priest.
have seen a different movie.
is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, did you say The Last Jedi was good?
Well, yeah, they
All right,
liked it.
Actually, I've even liked it. I've learned a lot.
so
I'm
funny.
doing the Winston Smith thing. I learned to love Big Brother. I
What's
learned
that
to love
series
the
called?
Last Jedi.
You learn to love the bone. How I grew to love the
JB
bone.
now.
Yeah, I went into room 101 and watched it.
Have y'all seen
JB
that
now
series
says
where
he doesn't-
everybody under 21 over 21 dies? It's on Amazon.
No, it depresses me because
No.
I'm in my 30s.
Logan's Run, everybody at 30 died.
Yeah, that's Logan. That sounds like Logan's Run ripoff.
It's
With
I like
Michael
it's a
York.
ripoff, but like once you turn 21, you literally die.
Oh, But what was you saying, Justin?
Well, that sounds a lot like real life. Once you surpass 21, you just kind of die on the inside.
Yeah,
But,
it just takes a while.
Keep
Oh.
the dream
You
alive.
know, what's
Hush your mouth.
What's funny about JP is JP, right? He and I took a lunch break and went and saw The Last Jedi, and we left. And of course, I don't know. I liked it. Maybe it was just because I had just saw it in theaters. I don't know, but I liked it. JP loved it as well. It was like, oh man, I'm so happy with it. So then, like 3 months later, we're discussing it, and JP's talking about how terrible it is, and I'm like, wait a minute, you liked it as much or more than I did when we left theaters? He's like, yeah, but I watched it a second time, and I see a lot of complaints. You know, I get what they're saying, and I don't really like it. And I'm like, way to leave me hanging here. So I'm like, I am the Last Jedi fan. Last Jedi fan.
You are the Last Jedi fan.
Yeah, I know some people that liked The
I
Last
didn't-
Jedi and were really pissed off with The Rise of Skywalker because it undid so much.
I didn't really. I liked The Rise of Skywalker until the end. I just thought the ending was kind of like.
Well, The Rise of Skywalker was a movie of payoffs that weren't set up. I mean, while I was watching, I was like, you know, if they would have set this up and really went here, this would be great.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, this would have been great set up in The Force Awakens.
Oh, wait a minute. Lando just shows up in this one planet, and now he's going to help you. Has he been waiting for you?
Yeah. Well, the plot says he should show up. He should show up now, and so he does.
Right, he does. Yeah. And the
Hey,
ship's
we're gonna
been there
start
for
doing
30 years.
video podcast.
There was so much. There's
So excited.
hidden in those three movies is so much good potential that I don't know if it's JJ, Kathleen, or just the committee at Disney that didn't allow it to happen. It's like, you know, when you have a movie designed by committee, that's what you end up with.
Yep.
Nope, can't piss off the Chinese market, even though it's in China for a week and a half.
Right. They took off, what's his name? Boyega off the poster because the Chinese wouldn't buy him as a hero
But
because they
apparently
don't like black people.
they didn't ever really like Star Wars anyway, so why bother?
Yeah,
If
they
you-
didn't get the original trilogy, so like
Yeah.
they really weren't that invested in it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, yeah. When you know that historically they've not really cared for it, then why do you pander to it?
Because they're paying for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're getting some backdoor money.
somewhere maybe.
I love South Park's approach to the Chinese and like catering.
Oh
to them. They had a whole
my
episode.
gosh,
Say it with me. The Chinese government.
that was awesome.
They are
When
my
Mickey-
heroes, man. Matt Parker, Matt Parker, and Matt Stone and Trey Parker are like two of my heroes. Like I just love how unafraid they are of all of it.
Yeah, they don't
Hey,
give an
when,
F.
when Mickey Mouse walked in, it was like, "Who the f has been going around saying?" And who is this guy? Oh.
Well, that was the beauty of Mel Brooks, especially with Blazing Sun. Well, even some of his other movies, he basically made fun of everybody.
Right.
You know, when you're making fun of everybody, it's hard to get angry. You're not singling anybody out. Everybody gets dinged.
The sheriff is dung, 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 dung. He says the sheriff is near.
What? He's coming. Yeah.
The sheriff is dung, dung.
You know, I use in my morning show intro. I use a line from Blazing Saddles. I have the hold your ear. What does he say? Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And that's in my little morning show intro thing that plays.
Yep.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
The great
Having blood pressure issues because of nude. What?
News.
Oh, news. Well, you got nude there.
Well, look underneath of it, you goob.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, I mean, nude sometimes.
Get it
causes
right the
blood
first
issues
time.
with me, too.
Well, I was on my phone and you guys were
Yeah.
talking.
Don't be
Boop.
repeating gossip. You better listen up the first time.
Hey, a couple days
There's
ago,
the
I
dude.
saw, I rewatched Aliens, the director's cut. James Cameron's Aliens. Man, is that a much better film. It's got some backstory that they didn't have in the original or the theatrical version. So if you get a chance, watch it.
I've
Is the
never seen the
theatrical just
director's cut. I'd
long?
like to watch that.
Well, you know, in this was like 3 hours and 10 minutes. And it fills in backstory of what's her name? Who's the main chick?
Ripley.
Yeah.
Ripley.
It talks about she had a daughter, and when she came back, of course, she had passed away, the daughter, because she was out there for floating around for 57 years. So they go into that. They go into Newt's backstory, like how showing her parents and how they went into the alien ship, and were basically the dad got a face hugger on him and he's the one that brought all the like the alien babies things into the camp. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I have to check that out, man. I love extra content with stuff like that.
Yeah, and it fits well. I mean, I'm thinking, why didn't they leave it in? But of course, by committee, they sit there and go, "Well, we got to chop this for time," because they're going off the premise that most Americans have a short attention span and they can't sit past 2 hours in a movie theater, which is probably true in this TikTok world.
I could sit there for hours.
So I'm scrolling through like different Walking Dead channels, and Movie Idol has 221,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, his channel's blown up, man.
Holy crap!
He's a good one. Him and George Drake are pretty good. I watch both of their things. I hadn't watched them in a while. I still see them pop up. A lot of times I get the notifications for videos and I mean to watch it, but I'm in the middle of something for work and then I just forget to go back and see it. But I've enjoyed theirs. There's one channel that I'm not going to call out, but there's one channel that used to follow us and comment on a lot of our stuff. And now I'm not going to straight up say they're copying us, but there have been like 2 or 3 videos I know that, like, for our Walking Dead What Ifs, we'll post it. And then like 3 days later, this guy has a video. Basically, his subject is whatever our title was. Because, in Walking Dead What Ifs, we cover a lot of different stuff. And
I'm gonna need you to send me. I'm gonna need you to tell me about that later.
I will. And it's one of those. I mean, it's all good. We're all just talking.
I've got multiple YouTube accounts, and I'll be like, hey, that's all this on the Podcasting Dead. Good job. They do good work, don't they?
Of those, man. I don't want any hate to him because he's just doing his thing and it's fine. But I do notice, like, we could be like, and I'm just gonna throw a random example, be like, what if Lori would have lived? And then like 3 days later, we'll have a video and be like, what would The Walking Dead be like if Lori was still on the show? Like, I remember when you were one of our viewers.
Channel. You're glomming on to other people's. I mean, that's, if you watch videos on how to grow, that's part of what they talk about. Find some, duplication or.
Hey, I've even seen it where someone literally just steals the video and puts it on their account.
Yeah.
The whole video.
What annoys me are the ones, and I come across some sports compilations and some other things where they're monetized. They have, they'll have 1 million views and everything is stolen off of other channels. The whole video.
Yeah.
They'll put some kind of music to it that's, copyright free or whatever. And I'm like, how? I mean, I understand 1 million views, but why is it monetized?
I remember back when it used to be a little easier to make money off YouTube. At one point in time, I had another channel and actually not made a bunch of money, but was able to make an extra couple $100 a month off YouTube. And now we don't even monetize any of our stuff because it ain't no point.
Yeah, it takes me about 4 months to make $100 now.
Hey, Justin.
Man, I remember back in yeah.
Justin, you like guns, right?
Yeah.
Duh. Hey, so as dude,
what does it Dion say?
Is a pig's pussy pork.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I hope you didn't hear that.
Is your mom watching?
She might. I don't know. She may.
I know where she lives now.
Well, she's next door. She's next door
where you live, Mom.
But so a friend of mine, I used to work for him. He built a shooting bench to like do target, like, good shooting. I don't know what you call it, like a shooting bench, and it's really cool looking. He's patented it and everything.
Oh yeah.
I really want to make a movie with this, like a video.
Okay. And you know this guy?
Yeah, and my mom works for him.
Yeah.
But like he's designed this bench and like made it himself. That must be a new design one.
I don't know, but his car is sick.
Oh, he's got a lot of cool cars. But let's see.
Winchester Model 70, I think I need to sight in soon. That would be very helpful.
Yeah. Let's see this.
Got to get it
this
sighted
is
in before hunting season rolls around.
That's the original one. He built all this by hand, and it's even got a like a steering stabilizer on the part that goes out to like make sure it does no jerky movements.
I like the prototype better.
Yeah, me too.
Man, that's nifty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that looks like it's right-handed. The other one was you can do it left or right-handed.
Well, you can tell him what you want.
Oh, okay.
And he'll build it whatever.
It looks like a very extreme, like elementary school desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna write some letters today.
We're gonna write some stuff.
Special delivery.
Write some letters.
Special delivery. Yeah, and it's got adjustable. Yeah, that's right. It's got adjustable to where you can put the back up or forward or whatever, and it's got a mounted place for your gun. So your barrel would sit.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, while you were setting us up, the other guy shot you.
Well, I mean, this
Wait,
isn't
once I
for.
get this set up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot you
This is more target.
wherever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just use bags on a table. You know, I have those little bags to set the barrel on. And that would be a lot niftier.
Sandbag type. Those heavy
Yeah,
bags.
basically, it comes out kind of like comes out like that. And you just lay the barrel right between the two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of keeps it stable. You know, so you can sight it in.
We've been meaning to get his bench up and get some guns and go shooting. Maybe make a YouTube video about it.
Let me know. I'll drive up and shoot with you. Being you're in the same states, same laws apply. So you know my permit and everything would be legal there.
I don't know. Is your governor going to let you guys be in the same room?
Good image.
Yeah, I was telling
subject.
Appalachian earlier today. My brother-in-law, he's ready to move he's ready to move, and he growed up where you lived, Justin. So he doesn't live there now, but that's where he's from. Yeah, he's ready to move to Tennessee or Texas.
Yeah, Virginia's getting.
He lives outside Richmond now. Well, you're controlled by like 3 counties in the north, so.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All that DC money, man. People don't want to give up that government tit. The federal government trough. That's where all that money's coming from. You cut that off, and man, those 3 counties will go down. When I lived there 35 years ago, it was nowhere near like it is now. Before we lived in Fort Belvoir, it was nothing. I mean, it was growing, but it wasn't anything like it is now.
Is that when you had to fight off the dinosaurs?
Yep.
What about Terry McCullough?
Yeah, you kill a pterodactyl, and then some T-Rex would eat you.
You can eat for a week.
Yep. And it was funny too because like we told him before the interview, it was supposed to be to promote this thing, like Boys and Girls Club donating school supplies thing. And I told his representative, I was like, now, you know, we're just talking about this. This is not any kind of like promoting him or anything like that. This is just to encourage people to come out and you know, help support the Boys and Girls Club. Oh yeah, absolutely. And like in the interview, I could dig it up somewhere. In the interview, I'm talking about how important it is to give these kids a chance, blah, 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 blah. And somehow he turns that into how much the unemployment rate has went down in our state since he took office. And like, you can just hear me straight up swerve on that question and go right back to, because I had a friend at the station that left, like my co-host, I guess you could say, he hosted the other station's morning show. He was like, I'm going to request off for that day because there's no way I can be in this building with him and not ask him the things I really want to ask him. I was like, yeah, I approve it. This
That's
guy would have
awesome.
not held back. But yeah, no, it was funny because he's like, yeah, since I've started, our unemployment's went down almost 30%. But I'm like, oh, that's cool. So like, we're talking about supplies that kids need. We're looking for things like notebooks, pens. Like, I ain't got time for that, man. This ain't your campaign stage. He's a tall dude, man. Holy crap!
That's called a tactical pivot.
Tactical pivot. He's BFFs with old Killery.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He better be careful. He might
Yeah.
shoot himself in the head with 2 different guns.
We can only
Shoot
dream.
himself in the head with a hunting rifle from 100 yards away.
Right.
Yeah.
100 yards. Yeah. It's a high-speed 9mm round from a quarter mile away.
He had a
Twice.
string attached to it.
First image.
But no, he was an interesting fellow. But God, man, he was so tall. I didn't expect him to be that much taller than me.
Oh,
How tall are you?
6 foot.
oh, we're about the
I
same
mean,
height.
when you're like 6 foot, you're like a happy medium, right? Like there are people taller than you, but they don't appear huge to you. The average guy that I know is probably like 5'10", maybe. So it's like to them, but that extra 2-3 inches, But this guy, I'm like, holy crap!
Wait, you're talking about height, right?
Yeah.
Just checking.
I mean, all I need is an extra 2 or 3 inches.
That's what she said.
That's what she says.
Is it in?
You just got to get a running start.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like unless I'm around football or basketball players, so sorry.
Yeah, like we all know you're a giant.
Yeah, you're a Wookiee
No, but
up there. A Wookiee
But I
amongst
have
us.
something on my mom's side of the family. I'm just kind of average. It's quite humbling.
Prime, how tall are you?
5'10" and a half.
Okay, so you're the shortest.
Yeah, so you're my daughter's height.
I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1".
So?
Yeah, my daughter's 5'11". So if anyone watches my
Tom
videos,
Cruise is 5'8".
yeah.
Yeah, and I've
Is he
hit my
that
head
tall?
under
Is that on a good day when he's been stretched?
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that's
with
on-
his
that's on a
shoes.
couple of apple boxes.
Mark Wahlberg will beat the hell out of you in the midsection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of those celebrities are tiny. Bruno Mars is like 5'6", something like that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of celebrities are tiny. I guess it's
But he
easier to
just
get
likes
them
you the way
framed
you
up.
are.
They say like Andy Lincoln and Norman Reedus are both like, I think the last time I read it was like they're 5'10", like 150 something pounds. Like they're not big guys at all, but I guess it's just easier to get them all in the frame when they're smaller.
Right.
They
That's why
said
Jeffrey
they were
Morgan
wanting
looks pretty
they were wanting extras for an episode one time, and but they said you had weight requirements.
good. You need
That's
to
a
look
cool
like
dang.
an emaciated corpse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Have
dang.
y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that movie? It was it was 2 versions of it. It's a zombie movie. Original one was made in Mexico, and they redid it with an American version. And one version was called Rec, like REC, record, And the other one, God, it had a chick from Dexter was in it. But it's like where they're in this. She's a reporter, and they go in with these firefighters into this big hotel or big
Yes.
apartment building.
Yes.
And they get
Dude.
locked in there. All right. Have you seen the giant, freaky looking one towards the end that's like 7 foot tall and ridiculously skinny and all of that? Like, that's a real person. Like, he's got like deformities and stuff, and he does like zombie movies and stuff.
Slender
But
Man.
he's unnaturally skinny.
Dude, that was so creepy. When that girl come walk around the corner on her broken leg and like she was standing on the bone, I was just like, nope, 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 nope.
You don't
nope,
watch scary movies, though.
nope, nope.
Seth, I see. Seth, yeah, sorry. I see that every year, pretty much in the ski patrol. So yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. Yeah, you get
Like,
it.
do the movies get it right, though? Because I've never seen one bone sticking out.
That just depends on what's broken.
Well,
I
I
mean,
think I
if
could
it's a-
handle
if
it
it's
in real life with people like actually broken
Yeah.
bones and stuff. But like you're talking about a zombie that's walking on a broken leg.
That would be a bit much. Yeah,
yeah.
especially if it's if it's a tib fib break and it's the lower leg just kind of hanging out having fun, that's not too bad. But if they broke their femur and doing that, no, yeah, in real life they are absolutely screaming in pain like you're ripping their leg off.
Why is it when Channel Dad talks about Ski Patrol, I have that hot tub time machine in my head?
I don't know. I just watched
every time.
Yeah, last week I watched Hot Tub Time Machine 2. Yeah, it's horrible.
Horrible.
I was
Why
like,
does time travel ruin sequels?
Yeah, they were
Look
trying
at
to make,
Endgame. They ruined that one.
they were trying to make money off of it, right? They had an unexpected hit on the first one, and what's his net said, "Yeah, I'm not going to be in it," rightfully so, and they threw together a script. Because I bet you that first one, that script probably went through multiple rewrites. It got kicked around several times. It got started and stopped. It's typical of sequels that aren't planned, where the first movie goes through 6 years of drafts and rewrites and everything else, and the next one goes through 6 weeks, and it shows. So
one of those direct to DVD sequels.
Yeah, well, that's what Disney. That's Disney, right? So I fully expect that to have out of Star Wars, and in some ways, that's what the Mandalorian is. But you go look at Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. First movie's pretty good, second one's pretty bad, and then it just goes. Then eventually they're direct us to a DVD. Although the third one isn't too bad. The one with
the series wasn't too bad.
Oh no, I'm thinking of this. I'm thinking of Santa Claus. So Santa Claus, the first one was good. Second one was pretty good. And the third one,
Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Which one? Where did that fall?
I think that's the third one, because I think the second one's Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Yeah, I think when they shrunk themselves, the kids were teenagers. So yeah,
and that was direct to video, I think, too.
I just loved it when the guy gets in the speaker as they're all making out, and he's like, "This is the voice of God."
Yeah.
That was like the best part of that old movie. Like, this is the voice of God. You imagine those kids would have been like, "What the?"
Now, did you know they made a series of it?
Like a TV show or cartoon?
A TV show.
No, I did not.
It was actually decent. He made a car that ran on farts and burps.
But
of course.
I just gave him 2.
Huh?
I just gave him 2.
He farted twice, is what he's saying.
No, I burped twice.
I burped twice.
I never forgave that series for killing off the ant.
Oh, where they killed the ant?
The scorpion killed the ant or whatever, man. That was traumatizing as a child. That was almost as bad as what's his face's mom dying in The Land Before
Bambi?
Time.
Oh.
No, I grew up hunting. Bambi's mom, when she died, to me, I just thought, somebody's getting some pot roast. But, when the dinosaur's mom died in The Land Before Time as a kid, that was the saddest shiz ever. But the ant dying to the scorpion was also some of the saddest stuff I'd ever seen as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And Old Yeller.
Why does Disney have so many orphans?
Because they're pedos.
We were entangled.
Pedos.
No,
Jada,
I didn't cheat on you. I just was in an entanglement.
But that's the scene from that's the scene from Top Gun where he's like, we were inverted.
We were entangled.
It's getting mad love on the Facebook group. I thought that was a pretty good one. I'm trying to go back for that meme winner of the week on WCBS. World class bullshitters. They have they used to do meme of the week, and they stopped, and then they did it this week, and I was like, oh, they're gonna do it again, huh? Like, let's get it. So I started dropping memes.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I joined in right as Dion last night when Dion was taught. They were showing some meme with the horse heads. I didn't know anyone was making memes out of that thing. And he said something about, and there's Jaddle Dad. I don't know what he said, hanging out in the middle or what. Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
It was the clip from when y'all did the Star Wars Episode 9 review.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was in the rearview mirror.
I didn't realize anyone was making memes of that. And I'm like,
well, I didn't know either, but they did.
Yeah. But Dion acted like it was like all of the memes, and it was like going on for weeks or something. I'm like, I haven't seen any.
But that was the part of when everybody had the horse heads on.
Yeah. Well, I was just sitting there watching them because they started, and then Jeff's like, "Oh my God, these things are hot."
Yeah.
It's like that's over.
There's a dude that's terrified of horses.
He doesn't trust horses.
Terrified of horses.
He like when he saw a horse, he walked across the street to like get away from it.
I got bit by a horse.
Yeah, I was there. That was in Indianapolis last year. I witnessed it.
Really?
Yes, he was about 3 or 4 paces. Jeff and I were chatting. Dion was in front of us, and Kendo was bringing up the rear. And they have those horses. And in downtown Indianapolis, the part where we were, which is I guess west of the really congested downtown, the streets are kind of wide, and the buildings are set way back, so it's very open. And there was this. We were waiting to coming up to have to stop to cross the street, and there was one of these horse-drawn carriages was on the other side of the street, but it was blocking the crosswalk. And Dion's like shakes his head and says, and right before the light changes, he turns a sharp left, and we cross the street. And then, of course, by the time we get across the street, the lights have changed, and we cross the street going straight. And then we cross the street back to the right to get on the sidewalk we would have been on had we just crossed straight. So, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, because Jeff's like, Dion, where are you going? He's like, And I'm like, oh, horse.
Hey, I found the chain shortage.
Yeah. What is the excuse with that? I've seen articles, but I haven't read any of them. I know there's a.
I want to go to a cashless system.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what are they?
Works at a bank.
What are they blaming COVID for?
Because they're saying no one's going out.
Oh.
They're blaming COVID for that, and then they're saying people ain't spending money.
Well,
I'm like, oh crap! People are spending money like crazy because you'll see stores packed now.
Yeah. Well, around here they're about to go to nothing because come Monday, or maybe it was this week, you have to be wearing a mask everywhere now.
Monday.
The governor's full of, I think, Walmart and Kroger and stuff like that. They're doing that on their own, but the governor has said, you got to wear a mask indoors and outdoors when you can't social distance and all this other baloney.
Now, they're not going to punish the people not wearing a mask. They're going to punish the business owners.
Yeah, well, no, because my wife went to Sam's Thursday, and they wouldn't let you in unless you were wearing a mask.
But the lady at the store said, yeah, if we don't make you wear a mask Monday, we're going to lose our business license.
Yeah. My opinion is that if the governor's figured out a loophole, they know that their orders were illegal. So a couple governors have already lost state Supreme Court cases, so they got the businesses to do it for them. It's a soft lockdown. They're not going to use the L word, but that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's absolutely not going to work, and we know they're fixing the numbers. So I wouldn't be surprised in 6 weeks they unfix the numbers, and all of a sudden the new cases starts dropping. See, the masks work, and those 35% of the population that believes it's bullshit, it's going to go, yeah, we told you assholes that the masks work, and you wouldn't listen. If you would have done this back in April, we'd been open by now.
Well, let me just tell you, I got some friends that work in the medical field. Actually, two of them are engaged. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, and they both work at the same hospital. And they told us straight up, and I mean, they're not the kind of people to even feed in any of this. They're like, yeah, it's crazy because basically we're told that if someone dies, even if they died of a heart attack, if they died of diabetes, whatever, if they not even were diagnosed with COVID, if they had COVID symptoms, the cause of death is COVID-19.
Yeah.
And like that's straight up.
Well, did you see that
shark attack, COVID
in Florida? in Florida, there was it was today or yesterday. One of the local news channels, there were two young people that died, and a reporter asked them about I guess the younger one. It's only like a 19 or 20-year-old died in a car accident, but they tagged it as COVID, and they're like, well, and the medical examiner's like, yeah, but maybe he had COVID that caused the accident. I mean, it was like the reporter's like, this is just baloney. Danielle something is her name, and I'm like, I hope she keeps investigating that. Because they're not even testing, and I've heard that similar things from other people in various hospitals and other, not only around where I am but in other states. Very similar thing, Well, and I think if you go look at the deaths, like flu and pneumonia and everything else is like zero. It's like we cured cancer because they all died of COVID.
So, did y'all hear what happened this week that has never happened? So I got an app on my phone that shows the world debt and stuff like that and everything. Well, everybody's debt where they've gotten with credit cards and everything, it gets lump sum in one number. This is the first time ever it started dropping. It's always been raising. This is the first time ever in history that it started dropping numbers.
I heard. How true is it that we're getting that they're going to do more Trump checks? Because I read something that they were, but then I read something they're not.
Well, they're bitching. They're arguing over it. There's talk about a second stimulus, but it's like, look,
negotiations.
I've also heard all kinds of stupid, things about the tests. There's some evidence that they're way too sensitive. This is why the cases have gone up too, especially the nasal test. People's immune system it gets in their nose. Their immune system comes to action. It defeats the virus in their nose. It never goes anywhere. They're not contagious, yet they test positive. Some people will test positive. Some of it is people are going and getting tested multiple times. Because they test positive, so they go back a week later. Am I still positive? Am I still positive? And then it's all considered new. So I mean, the opening the country would be the best thing to do for all of it, the immune system as well as the economy. But it's going to be like last time, only worse. Where they're going to do however many trillions of dollars. And if you just did the straight math, you'd get a huge check. But by the time it gets to you, it's going to be peanuts because it's going to go through so many hands. It's going to be a bigger. Go ahead.
Trump said if he does it, it's going to be more generous than before.
That's President Trump to you.
Yeah, President Trump.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the simple fact is we can't afford it, but it doesn't matter at this point. We're the national debt's so high it don't even matter anymore.
But my whole thing
is ridiculous, stupid high, and they're going to crash it. It's not going to matter for anything.
Yeah, I've heard that it's
the gold standard.
Yeah.
Well, Nixon got us off the gold standard in the 70s. So.
But I heard
but it's coming back.
Yeah, I heard they're going to get rid of the reserve. That's why they're giving out all this money.
Well, the reserve, the National Reserve, and the Fed are all under the Treasury now. You know who is the CEO of the Fed now? President Donald J. Trump.
Oh, they made it an actual federal. How'd they do that? It was a private bank.
Right. But
I will say the Federal Reserve was a private thing.
They brought it in. It's not. Yeah, it's neither federal or reserve. They brought it under the Treasury with an executive order.
I remember seeing that like 6.
I was done like 2-3 months ago, maybe. Yeah, it was probably 4 to 6 months ago. Like I think it was February he did it.
Because I remember getting a post about that.
So now he can dictate policy. So he's going to run up the debt as much as possible and then liquidate it, go to the gold standard, sound money, and all that debt gets wiped away. Nisara Gesara. That's another
all right, program. But if he wipes away all the debt, like what debt's getting wiped away?
I don't know. National debt.
Oh, so I
mean, because we can still keep printing money as much as we have a printing press. We can keep printing.
Yeah, we don't have to borrow it. That's the misnomer.
Right. You devalue the money.
Yeah.
I was just hoping I could get out from underneath my house payment.
Well, that's different.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you know.
the government never had to borrow the money. They only had to do was print it. The Federal Reserve made it sound like, and that's where that all the economists that have been trained since then. Oh, debt is money. I'm like, no, debt is not money. Debt is an anchor. It's a noose.
Yeah, that's the oppression. That's the slavery.
Yeah.
Debt.
Wage slave. And so since the Federal, anyway, I got about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. If you guys keep going on, I'll just say goodnight because I've got to get up early tomorrow. We got a funeral tomorrow too. So it's like at 10 o'clock. So
Sorry to hear it, family member.
yeah, well, it's a cousin. My grandfather's cousin died last week. I mean, he's in his 90s. So he's the first cousin twice removed. So his mother and my great grandmother were sisters. So, and my grandfather died in 2009, and Charlie was about 10 years younger, 11 years younger, something like that. So,
sorry for you.
but then I got a step uncle who died last week of Alzheimer's. I have no idea when his funeral is. I still don't know. I asked my mom a couple days ago, and they still didn't know. So that's the thing with all this stuff. It's like, what are the requirements? No one's 100%. But I still don't know what tomorrow's at the service, what the requirements are. But, I'll show up with my mask and pretend to be satiated. What in the world are you eating, Tommy?
Is that a McGriddle?
No, it's like a
Pecan
pie. Pecan pie. I was thinking that's what it was. Was either that or I was thinking that or
is it a
chocolate
Walmart
fudge
one?
or chocolate pudding.
Yep.
Is it the 50-cent Walmart one?
What
Yeah.
is it?
Pecan
Oh,
pie.
yeah. That's the best one. 50 cents at your local Walmart.
Huh. Well, daggone.
Instant
I'm a fat kid.
diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instant
I got
sugar
diabetes.
coma. Yeah.
that's right. Coma.
Well, all right there, Daddy Lape. I got your channel link in the description, by the
All
way.
Yeah, I'm up to 1631.
16,000?
No, I wish 1631.
Oh, okay.
Do you really wish to have 16,000?
Oh yeah.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Justin's over there flirting with 5.
Yeah.
So I had an idea that I ran past Seth.
Do we want to
What
do
do you
that? We
think?
want to talk about this off air or on air?
Is it the same
Off
idea
air.
as last week?
No. Well, this
Oh.
is part of it, but
Okay.
Dude, I know I've got 5,000 subscribers, but I'm not getting naked on this channel. I've told you no twice.
So like going for 10, you'll at the 10,000 mark, then you'll go and just take
come
your
on,
shirt
we
off
need
for
the
10.
views.
Come on, man. Just take the shirt
Yeah.
off.
But as far as
you-
Yeah,
I
for
have
10,
pants
just
on,
make
as far
sure.
as you know.
It says 4,051K.
Yeah.
What? For mine?
Yeah.
Here's what I learned this past week. YouTube does not like beautiful women lifting weights. Let me just put it that way.
Oh.
My Kate Upton video, if you go look at it, the view count that you see, I can guarantee you is at least 30% wrong. Minimum 30% wrong.
Yeah, they're suppressing it.
Yeah. It is amazing. I looked at it today, actually over on this computer over here on a machine that I hadn't, I don't even have an account on, just bringing up a browser, and it's at 102, and it's much higher than that. It's that third video right there. What's it say? 102?
It's not showing up yet.
Oh,
It's loading.
107?
102 views.
102. It has said 102 for 2 days. It's quite a bit higher than that.
Got kitties and doggies.
But
Are those your dogs?
no, that's just some ad. I don't know. What it
Oh,
is.
okay.
You don't have to listen to it, but let it play though. But at least let it go a minute. And I do play the video of her lifting, doing landmine deadlifts. I mean, she does lift it, and I show more of her and less of the text. And I've got an idea for some videos. Have you guys seen those the pitch meeting videos where he's pitching the? You may have gone too far there. There we go. Oh, that's my hand. That's not yours. But have you seen those for the various movies? You know, the pitch meeting. I have an idea for. I'm going to kind of spoof my own videos while I'm reading and doing a pitch meeting for reading. It's 110 pounds, which is almost body weight for her.
Wow.
And I know it's on the end of a which tells me those are mostly bumper weights. They're not 45s, because if that was 645s, that'd be significantly more than 110. But and the one with Elizabeth Hurley is also getting more views than what's been showing up. But I did publish a beer review that I recorded last December. So anyway, see what you're doing there is what I said. I gotta show more of Elizabeth and less of the text. So I do stay on there even while I'm reading it off.
That's not Rachel Ray, is it?
No, that's Elizabeth Hurley.
She lost a lot of weight.
Rachel Ray?
Yeah. If that's
Let's see
her.
if she's got it.
Oh, she's a little chubster now.
And that's a
All
problem?
that cooking.
Not a problem at all.
I'm about to say.
You don't want to break them.
Dang, she's almost got 600,000 subscribers.
Who is she? Just a cook?
I hear she's an
Yeah.
absolute nightmare to work with.
Oh, yeah, a lot of those people are.
Really? I heard that
Like,
about
you look
Kelly
up,
Clarkson, too.
Worked on set. On who?
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. I hate that. Kelly Clarkson seems like such a sweet person.
Yeah, her little button nose and all.
Since you've been gone. It was one of her songs. I can't remember which one, but a buddy and I actually were jamming that, like going down the road and like singing along, and we had like the windows down, and this like jacked up truck full of rednecks got beside us and was just seriously like just watching us, like, what is happening right now?
Well, at least you wasn't watching like Luke Bryant or listening to Luke Bryant.
God, man, that's one
Or
thing.
Clay Walker.
Or Florida Georgia Line. I know that's your
Clay.
favorite band.
Clay Walker.
Man, I when I interviewed them, it was before they blew up. Well, Cruise came out, but that was just, I wish I could go back in time and be like, you're going to hate them in about a year from now, so change your interview up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
It's just like, I like that band Blackstone Cherry. Have you ever listened to them?
Yeah.
They're really good. They actually played in our town like a summer or two back. They're awesome live. They're an awesome group of guys. But like, they wrote the song "Stay." Like, if I wrote you a love song, their version is 10 times better than that crap that Florida Georgia Line tried to cover. I just don't like them because they force their accent, man. Like the fake little yada whatever bull crap he does. It's just so fake. It's like, man, nobody even hardly talks like that, much less sings like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going
Except
to call it a
Justin.
night, gentlemen.
Later,
Thank you
dude.
so
Night.
much. Let me know what you all talk about,
I'll be there in about 3 hours.
and we'll figure it out. Because I liked your idea from last week, Tommy.
All right.
So we just got to figure out the details and do something.
Oh, about the different channel?
Yeah.
Oh, we've already got all that. Well, we've got it. We just haven't figured out a name.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Fine, I'll do it.
See y'all later.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
See you
I'll
later.
tweet a saying.
All right. So, do you want to go off the air to talk about the show?
Yeah, that's fine because we've been, 2 hours and 13 minutes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
This
the
is a great
longest
place to
I've
stop.
ever been.
I know, right, man? Thanks for staying.
That means 17
Oh, yeah.
in gematria.
Yeah, hey. All right, guys. Well, it's been a great night. And Prime, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we'll follow it on the bottom row with Justin.
Arrivederci.
You can check out his channel. It's linked in the bottom. And Tommy.
Cheers, mate.
Adios,
Is
muchachos.
that water?
No, Modelo.
Oh, those are good.
Bye.